أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
براءة من الله ورسوله إلى الذين عاهدتم من المشركين.
Translation: This is a declaration of complete absolution on the part of Allah and His Apostle ﷺ from all obligations to those of the polytheists with whom you had entered into a treaty which was broken by them repeatedly. Explanation: In the beginning of Surah At-Tawbah, Tasmiyah, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, is not written. It is most likely that the Prophet ﷺ did not dictate it at the beginning of the surah. Surah At-Tawbah consists of 3 discourses. The first, verse 1 to 37, was revealed in Zil-Qada 9 when Muslims had departed for Hajj. This discourse consists of new regulations for the mushrikeen of Arabian Peninsula. The second discourse, verse 38 to 72, was revealed in Rajab 9 when the Prophet ﷺ was preparing for the campaign of Tabuk. The third discourse, verses 73 to 129, was revealed after the Prophet ﷺ returned from the campaign of Tabuk.
فسيحوا في الأرض 4 أشهر واعلموا أنكم غير معجز الله وأن الله مخزي الكافرين.
Translation: O breakers of the treaties, you may go about in the land freely for 4 months, but bear in mind that you cannot escape from Allah and that Allah will surely humiliate the disbelievers. Explanation: It is reported that verses 1 to 37 of Surah At-Tawbah were revealed in 9 when Muslims had departed for Hajj under the leadership of Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. When these verses were revealed, Prophet ﷺ decided to declare the conditions laid out in the verses openly. Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu was dispatched to proclaim the following new regulations in front of the large gathering of pilgrims. First, no disbeliever will enter paradise. Second, no disbeliever should perform Hajj after this. Third, it is forbidden to move around Kaaba in a naked state. Fourth, those who have not violated the treaties with Muslim and whose term is still in force will be honored till the expiry of their terms. Brief history. After the conquest of Makkah in Ramadan 8 Hajj was performed by Muslims. The mushrikeen participated in it as per their customs. The second Hajj in 9 was performed as per pure Islamic way by Muslims. The mushrikeen participated in Hajj as well as per their own customs. The above declarations were made during this Hajj, disallowing mushrikeen to participate in Hajj from the following year. The Hajj in 10 known as Hajjatul Wida, was performed under the guidance of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in a purely Islamic way in which mushrikeen were not allowed to participate.
وأذان من الله ورسوله إلى الناس يوم الحج الأكبر أن الله بريء من المشركين ورسوله فإن تبتم فهو خير لكم وإن توليتم فاعلموا أنكم غير معجز الله وبشر الذين كفروا بعذاب أليم.
Translation: A proclamation is made this day of the greater pilgrimage on the part of Allah and His Apostle ﷺ that Allah is not bound by any contract to idolaters, nor is His Apostle ﷺ. It is therefore better for you to repent. If you do not, remember that you cannot elude the grip of Allah. So announce to those who deny the truth the news of painful punishment.
إلا الذين عاهدتم من المشركين ثم لم ينقصوكم شيئا ولم يظاهروا عليكم أحدا فأتموا إليهم عهدهم إلى مدتهم إن الله يحب المتقين.
Translation: Except those idolaters with whom you have a treaty, who have not failed you in the least, nor helped anyone against you. Fulfill your obligations to them during the term of the treaty. Allah loves those who take heed for themselves.
فإذا انسلخ الأشهر الحرم فاقتلوا المشركين حيث وجدتموهم وخذوهم واحصروهم واقعدوا لهم كل مرصد فإن تابوا وأقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة فخلوا سبيلهم إن الله غفور رحيم.
Translation: But when these months prohibited for fighting are over, kill the idolaters who have broken the treaties and double-crossed Muslims, wheresoever you find them, and take them captive or besiege them, and lie in wait for them at every likely place. But if they repent and fulfill their devotional obligations and pay zakat, then let them go their way, for Allah is all forgiving, most merciful.
وَإِنْ أَحَدٌ مِّنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ اسْتَجَارَكَ فَأَجِرْهُ حَتَّى يَسْمَعَ كَلَامَ اللَّهِ ثُمَّ أَبْلِغْهُ مَأْمَنَهُ ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّهُمْ قَوْمٌ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ.
Translation: If an idolater seeks protection, then give him asylum that he may hear the word of Allah. Then escort him to a place of safety, for they are people who do not know.
كيف يكون للمشركين عهد عند الله وعند رسوله إلا الذين عاهدتم عند المسجد الحرام فما استقاموا لكم فاستقيموا لهم إن الله يحب المتقين.
Translation: How can there be for the polytheists a treaty in the sight of Allah and with His Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam, except for those with whom you made a treaty near Al-Masjid Al-Haram? So as long as they are upright towards you, be upright towards them. Indeed, Allah loves the righteous.
كيف وإن يظهروا عليكم لا يرقبوا فيكم إلا ولا ذمة يرضونكم بأفواههم وتأبى قلوبهم وأكثرهم فاسقون.
Translation: Therefore, how can there be a treaty when they are such that if they overpower you, they would not have regard for any relations nor for any treaty? They please you with their mouths, whereas their hearts contain rejection, and most of them are disobedient.
اشتروا بآيات الله ثمنا قليلا فصدوا عن سبيله إنهم ساء ما كانوا يعملون.
Translation: They barter away the words of Allah for a petty price and obstruct others from His path. How evil indeed are the things they do.
لا يرقبون في مؤمن إلا ولا ذمة وأولئك هم المعتدون.
Translation: They have no regard for kinship or treaties with believers, for they are transgressors.
فإن تابوا وأقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة فإخوانكم في الدين ونفصل الآيات لقوم يعلمون.
Translation: But if they repent and are firm in devotion and pay the zakat, then they are your brothers in faith. We explain our commands distinctly for those who understand.
وَإِن نَكَثُوا أَيْمَانَهُم مِّن بَعْدِ عَهْدِهِمْ وَطَعَنُوا فِي دِينِكُمْ فَقَاتِلُوا أَئِمَّةَ الْكُفْرِ إِنَّهُمْ لَا أَيْمَانَ لَهُمْ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَنْتَهُونَ.
Translation: But if they break their pledges after their having made a treaty and revile your religion, then fight the leaders of disbelievers so that they may desist from aggression. Indeed, they have no regard to their pledges.
أَلَا تُقَاتِلُونَ قَوْمًا نَكَثُوا أَيْمَانَهُمْ وَهَمُّوا بِإِخْرَاجِ الرَّسُولِ وَهُم بَدَءُوكُمْ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ أَتَخْشَوْنَهُمْ ۚ فَاللَّهُ أَحَقُّ أَن تَخْشَوْهُ إِن كُنتُم مُّؤْمِنِينَ.
Translation: Will you not fight those who broke their pledge and plotted to expel the Apostle ﷺ and who were the first to attack you? Are you afraid of them? Allah has more right that you should fear Him if you have faith.
قاتلوهم يعذبهم الله بأيديكم ويخزهم وينصركم عليهم ويشف صدور قوم مؤمنين.
Translation: Fight with them. Allah will punish them by your hands and will disgrace them and give you victory over them, and He will soothe the hearts of the believers.
وَيُذْهِبْ غَيْظَ قُلُوبِهِمْ وَيَتُوبُ اللَّهُ عَلَى مَن يَشَاءُ وَاللَّهُ عَلِيمٌ حَكِيمٌ.
Translation: And remove the anger from their believers' hearts, for Allah turns to whoever He desires. Allah is all-knowing and all-wise. Explanation: The proclamation of abrogation of the treaties was necessitated against those tribes who were trying to harm Muslims in spite of their peace treaties. After the abrogation of the treaties, the Mushrikeen in Arabian Peninsula realized that they had become outlaws and have no options left for them. They also realized that they cannot incite the neighboring Roman or Persian empires against Muslims or create anarchy in the state. The declaration had far-reaching effects and helped Islamic State during the caliphate of Hadrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu during the wars of apostasy, in which the last traces of shirk were eliminated from Arabian Peninsula.
أَمْ حَسِبْتُمْ أَن تُتْرَكُوا وَلَمَّا يَعْلَمِ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا مِنكُمْ وَلَمْ يَتَّخِذُوا مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ وَلَا رَسُولِهِ وَلَا الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَلِيجَةً وَاللَّهُ خَبِيرٌ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ.
Translation: Or did you think that you would be left without being tried through suffering and hardship, unless Allah marks out those among you who really strive in His way and relied on no one other than Allah and His Apostle ﷺ and the believers to seek help and solidarity? Allah is fully aware of all that you do.
ما كان للمشركين أن يعمروا مساجد الله شاهدين على أنفسهم بالكفر أولئك حبطت أعمالهم وفي النار هم خالدون.
Translation: The idolaters have no right to visit the mosques of Allah while bearing testimony to their disbelief. Meaningless will be their acts, and they will be in hell forever.
إن إنما يعمر مساجد الله من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة ولم يخش إلا الله فعسى أولئك أن يكونوا من المهتدين.
Translation: Only those who believe in Allah and the last day, who establish salah, pay zakat, and fear no one but Allah, can maintain the mosques of Allah. It is likely that they will be among the people of guidance.
أجعلتم سقاية الحاج وعمارة المسجد الحرام كمن آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وجاهد في سبيل الله لا يستوون عند الله والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين.
Translation: Do you consider providing water to the pilgrims and serving the sacred mosque as equal in value to one who believes in Allah and the last day and strives in Allah's cause? They are not equal in Allah's sight, and Allah does not guide the oppressing folk.
الذين آمنوا وهاجروا وجاهدوا في سبيل الله بأموالهم وأنفسهم أعظم درجة عند الله وأولئك هم الفائزون.
Translation: Those who have believed and migrated and waged jihad in the way of Allah with their possessions and persons have a greater rank near Allah, and it is they who are successful.
يبشرهم ربهم برحمة منه ورضوان وجنات لهم فيها نعيم مقيم.
Translation: Their Lord gives them the good news of His mercy and acceptance. There will be gardens for them with lasting bliss.
خالدين فيها أبدا إن الله عنده أجر عظيم.
Translation: They will abide therein forever. Indeed, with Allah is the great reward.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتخذوا آباءكم وإخوانكم أولياء إن استحبوا الكفر على الإيمان ومن يتولهم منكم فأولئك هم الظالمون.
Translation: O you who believe, do not hold your fathers and brothers as friends if they hold this belief more dear than faith, and those of you who do so are unjust.
قل إن كان آباؤكم وأبناؤكم وإخوانكم وأزواجكم وعشيرتكم وأموال اقترفتموها وتجارة تخشون كسادها ومساكن ترضونها أحب إليكم من الله ورسوله وجهاد في سبيله فتربصوا حتى يأتي الله بأمره والله لا يهدي القوم الفاسقين.
Translation: Say, if your fathers and your children and your brothers and your sisters and your spouses and your kindred and clan and the wealth you have acquired and the business you fear may suffer and the dwellings that you love to live in are dearer to you than Allah and His Apostle ﷺ and striving in His way, then wait until Allah brings about His decree. Allah does not guide the transgressing people.
لقد نصركم الله في مواطن كثيرة ويوم حنين إذ أعجبتكم كثرتكم فلم تغن عنكم شيئا وضاقت عليكم الأرض بما رحبت ثم وليتم مدبرين.
Translation: Allah has certainly helped you in many situations, and on the day of Hunayn, when your great number elated you, but it did not avail you in any way, and the earth became narrow for you in spite of its expanse, whereupon you turned your backs and retreated. Explanation: the battle of Hunayn took place in the valley of Hunayn that lies between Taif and Makkah in Shawwal 8 AH, a few days after the fall of Makkah. The Muslim army consisted of 12,000 fighters, while the Hawazin fighters were 4,000. Since Muslims outnumbered the Mushrikeen, some of them showed pride on the numerical strength of Muslims over the enemy. However, this did not help Muslims, as the archers of Hawazin tribe wrought havoc among the Muslim army and compelled them to retreat in panic. But the Prophet ﷺ stood the ground along with a few of his bravest companions. The Prophet ﷺ called the fighters to the battlefield. They regrouped and rallied and routed the enemy. In this battle also, Allah helped Muslims by sending angels to help them in the war.
ثم أنزل الله سكينته على رسوله وعلى المؤمنين وأنزل جنودا لم تروها وعذب الذين كفروا وذلك جزاء الكافرين.
Translation: Thereafter, Allah sent down His peace and composure upon His Apostle ﷺ and the believers, and He sent down invisible troops you did not see and punished those who disbelieve. Such is the retribution of the infidels.
ثم يتوب الله من بعد ذلك على من يشاء والله غفور رحيم.
Translation: Yet Allah may turn even after this to whomsoever He pleases, for Allah is all forgiving, all merciful.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا إنما المشركون نجس فلا يقربوا المسجد الحرام بعد عامهم هذا وإن خفتم عيلة فسوف يغنيكم الله من فضله إن شاء إن الله عليم حكيم.
Translation: O you who believe, the polytheists are indeed unclean. Let them not approach the holy mosque after this year. Should you fear poverty, Allah will enrich you out of His grace, if He wishes. Indeed, Allah is all-knowing, all-wise.
قاتلوا الذين لا يؤمنون بالله ولا باليوم الآخر ولا يحرمون ما حرم الله ورسوله ولا يدينون دين الحق من الذين أوتوا الكتاب حتى يعطوا الجزية عن يد وهم صاغرون.
Translation: Fight those who do not have faith in Allah, nor in the last day, nor forbid what Allah and His Apostle ﷺ have forbidden, nor follow the true religion from among those who were given the book, until they pay the jizya, tax for protection and exemption from military service, with a willing hand in the state of submission.
وقالت اليهود عزير ابن الله وقالت النصارى المسيح ابن الله ذلك قولهم بأفواههم يضاهئون قول الذين كفروا من قبل قاتلهم الله أنى يؤفكون.
Translation: The Jews say Uzair alayhi salam is the son of Allah, and the Christians say that Isa alayhi salam is the son of Allah. That is their statement from their mouths. They imitate the saying of those who disbelieved before them. May Allah destroy them. How are they deluded?
اتخذوا أحبارهم ورهبانهم أربابا من دون الله والمسيح ابن مريم وما أمروا إلا ليعبدوا إلها واحدا لا إله إلا هو سبحانه عما يشركون.
Translation: The Jews take their rabbis and the Christians take their monks as well as Isa ibn Maryam alayhi salam as gods besides Allah, whereas they were commanded to worship none but the one God. There is no God but Allah. Exalted is He above all they associate with Him.
يريدون أن يطفئوا نور الله بأفواههم ويأبى الله إلا أن يتم نوره ولو كره الكافرون.
Translation: They want to extinguish the light of Allah with their mouths, but Allah refuses except to perfect His light, although the disbelievers dislike it.
هو الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره المشركون.
Translation: It is He who has sent His Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam with guidance and the religion of truth, that He may make it prevail over all religions. However, hateful this may be to those who associate partners with Allah.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن كثيرا من الأحبار والرهبان ليأكلون أموال الناس بالباطل ويصدون عن سبيل الله والذين يكنزون الذهب والفضة ولا ينفقونها في سبيل الله فبشرهم بعذاب أليم.
Translation: O people who believe, indeed many of the Jewish rabbis and the Christian monks unjustly devour people's wealth and prevent people from Allah's way. And those who hoard up gold and silver and do not spend it in Allah's way, give them tidings of a painful punishment.
يوم يحمى عليها في نار جهنم فتكوى بها جباههم وجنوبهم وظهورهم هذا ما كنزتم لأنفسكم فذوقوا ما كنتم تكنزون.
Translation: On that day, it, the hoarded wealth, will be heated in the fire of hell, and their foreheads and their sides and their backs will be branded with it. They will be told, "This is the treasure which you hoarded for yourselves. Taste now what you were busy hoarding."
إن عدة الشهور عند الله 12 شهرا في كتاب الله يوم خلق السماوات والأرض منها 4 حرم ذلك الدين القيم فلا تظلموا فيهن أنفسكم وقاتلوا المشركين كافة كما يقاتلونكم كافة واعلموا أن الله مع المتقين.
Translation. Indeed, the number of months with Allah is 12 months in Allah's book, from the day when He created the heavens and the earth. Of these, 4 are sacred. That is the upright religion. So do not wrong yourselves during them. Fight with all the polytheists just as they fight with you all, and know that Allah is with the pious. Explanation. Ever since the creation of this cosmos, the counting of a year has been for 12 months. The 4 sacred months are Dhul Qada, Dhul Hijjah, Muharram, and the month of Rajab. Muslims were forbidden to fight during these months. However, if the pagans do not desist from fighting during these months, Muslims can also fight with them. It is in Quran. They ask you about the sacred month, about fighting therein. Say, fighting therein is great sin, but averting people from the way of Allah and disbelief in Him and preventing access to Al-Masjid Al-Haram and the expulsion of its people therefrom are greater evil in the sight of Allah, and fitna is greater than killing. Al-Baqarah 217. Brief history. Before the advent of Islam, there was extreme animosity and internal warfare between various tribes of Arabia. No person, tribe or caravan was considered safe to travel fearing aggression, plunder, capture and killing. However, the sacred house of Kaaba was held in honor by all Arab tribes unanimously. They all accepted 3 months of Hajj, namely Dhul Qada, Dhul Hijjah and Muharram, and the month of Rajab dedicated for Umrah as absolutely sacred, wherein any type of war or aggression was absolutely prohibited and treated as a sacrilege. In all, the turmoil that existed in the Arabian Peninsula, it was only in these 4 sacred months that people could travel and move about in absolute safety and without fear and perform the pilgrimage of Hajj or Umrah at the sacred house in Makkah. The other huge benefit was it was during these months that the trade caravans moved about their business, crossing the vast Arabian desert towards Syria in the north and Yemen in the south. This tradition was continued after the advent of Islam as well.
إنما النسيء زيادة في الكفر يضل به الذين كفروا يحلونه عاما ويحرمونه عاما ليواطئوا عدة ما حرم الله فيحلوا ما حرم الله زين لهم سوء أعمالهم والله لا يهدي القوم الكافرين.
Translation. Indeed, the postponing of restriction within sacred months is an increase in disbelief by which those who have disbelieved are led further astray. They make it lawful 1 year and unlawful another year to correspond to the number made unlawful by Allah and thus make lawful what Allah has made unlawful. Their evil deeds seem good in their sight. Allah does not guide the disbelievers. Explanation. The pagans in Arabian Peninsula practiced Nasi, by which they used to increase the number of months from 12 to 13 or change the sequence of months as per their desires. This practice allowed them to interchange the sacred months in a given year. The practice of Nasi was carried out in 2 ways as follows. First, whenever it suited them, the pagans would declare a prohibited month to be an ordinary month in which fighting, robbery and murder in retaliation were made lawful. Then, they would declare an ordinary month to be a sacred month in order to make up for the deficiency caused in the number of the sacred months. Second, they used to add a month in lunar calendar in order to reconcile it with solar calendar. They used to do it in order that the Hajj fall in the same season every year. This way, Hajj was performed on different dates, not on actual dates, for 36 years in a row. The 37th year, it used to fall on the actual dates, 9th and 10th of Dhul Hijjah. The practice of Nasi was forbidden by Prophet ﷺ during the Hajj of 9 AH. The following year, the Hajj in 10 AH was performed on the right dates, and since then, the Hajj is being performed on the 9th and the 10th Dhul Hijjah for the past 1400 years.
أيها الذين آمنوا ما لكم إذا قيل لكم انفروا في سبيل الله اثاقلتم إلى الأرض أرضيتم بالحياة الدنيا من الآخرة فما متاع الحياة الدنيا في الآخرة إلا قليل.
Translation: O you who believe, what excuse do you have that when it is said to you, mobilize for the campaign of Tabuk in Allah's cause, you cling heavily to the earth? Are you content with this present worldly life rather than the hereafter? And the wealth of the life of this world in comparison with the hereafter is very little, negligible. Explanation: The verses 38 to 72 of Surah At-Tawbah were revealed when the Prophet ﷺ was prepared for the campaign of Tabuk. Brief history: The Arabian Peninsula uniting under Islamic rule alerted both the neighboring superpowers, Byzantine in the west and Sasanian Persian in the east. Towards the end of 9th 630 AD, Muslims came to know that the Byzantine Emperor Heraclius had begun preparations for war against Muslims in cooperation with the allied Arab Christian tribes of Lakhm, Judham, Amila, Ghassan, etc. Upon hearing this news, the Prophet ﷺ ordered to make preparations for the battle with the Byzantine. It was peak summer, added to it was famine and drought. Prophet ﷺ wanted to quell the enemy at its border. Many companions made significant contributions to arm Muslim fighters. But the hypocrites started to complain that it was not appropriate to travel such a long distance of 600 kilometers in hot desert and fight with a formidable army of Byzantine Empire. Many of the hypocrites came up with excuses to avoid participating in the campaign. The Prophet ﷺ set out with an army of 30,000 fighters to Tabuk in the hot desert. When they reached Tabuk in Rajab 9 AH, they camped there for 20 days but found no sign of Byzantine army. During this stay, the Prophet ﷺ sent units to Christian and Jewish populations bordering the Byzantine Empire like Jarba, Aila, Adru, Makhna and Ma'an to spread the message of Islam. These populations refused to accept Islam but agreed to pay protection tax, jizya, and live as citizens of the Muslim state. Peace treaties were made with these populations promising to protect their lives, property and freedom of belief. Realizing the hostility of Dumat al-Jandal population on Iraq route, Khalid ibn Walid radiallahu ta'ala anhu was sent with a military of 400 fighters. Muslims took over their fortress and captured their chief, who was brought to the Prophet ﷺ. He was set free with a treaty to pay protection tax, jizya. The Prophet ﷺ also sent a letter to Heraclius, who was said to be in Damascus. The letter was taken by Diya ibn Khalifa al-Kalbi radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Three alternatives were offered to Heraclius in the letter. That is, first accepting Islam, second paying jizya, third or fighting. He was also asked not to stop people from his kingdom who wanted to accept Islam. It is reported that after receiving the letter, the emperor consulted his religious and military officials and sent a member of the Christian Arab tribe of Banu Tanu to Prophet ﷺ. The Tabuk campaign proved to be a test for the Muslims, and the army taking part in this campaign were referred to as the Army of Hardship. Many verses in Surah At-Tawbah have described the situation in detail, particularly the attitude of the hypocrites who tried to create mischief during this campaign.
إلا تنفروا يعذبكم عذابا أليما ويستبدل قوما غيركم ولا تضروه شيئا والله على كل شيء قدير.
Translation: If you do not go forth, He will punish you with a painful punishment and will replace you with another people, and you will in no way can do anything. Allah has power over all things. Explanation: It was an obligatory duty of all Muslims to participate in Tabuk campaign. If anyone does not participate in it without a compelling excuse, his belief was questionable. This is the reason that Allah warned people of a grave punishment to an extent that He will replace them with another people altogether.
إلا تنصروه فقد نصره الله إذ أخرجه الذين كفروا ثاني اثنين إذ هما في الغار إذ يقول لصاحبه لا تحزن إن الله معنا فأنزل الله سكينته عليه وأيده بجنود لم تروها وجعل كلمة الذين كفروا السفلى وكلمة الله هي العليا والله عزيز حكيم.
Translation: If you do not help him, the Apostle ﷺ, yet for certain Allah helped him when those who disbelieved drove him out of his home during the Hijrah. The second of the two, when they were in the cave, with those in pursuit of them having reached the mouth of the cave, and he said to his companion, "Do not grieve, Allah is with us." Then Allah sent inner peace and reassurance on him, supported him with hosts you cannot see, and brought the word of the unbelievers utterly low. And Allah's word is supreme. Allah is majestically mighty and wise. Explanation: The above verse refers to Prophet ﷺ's immigration to Medina. When Meccan pagans plotted to assassinate the Prophet ﷺ, he immigrated from Makkah to Medina along with Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. On the way, the Prophet ﷺ remained hidden in Thawr cave for 3 nights. The pagans searched for him all over the place, and some of them even reached the very mouth of the cave where he was hiding. On this, Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu got alarmed, but the Prophet ﷺ reassured him, saying, "Do not grieve, indeed Allah is with us."
انفروا خفافا وثقالا وجاهدوا بأموالكم وأنفسكم في سبيل الله ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون.
Translation: Mobilize for war, whether you are equipped lightly or heavily, and strive with your wealth and persons in Allah's cause. This is better for you if you understand.
لو كان عرضا قريبا وسفرا قاصدا لاتبعوك ولكن بعدت عليهم الشقة وسيحلفون بالله لو استطعنا لخرجنا معكم يهلكون أنفسهم والله يعلم إنهم لكاذبون.
Translation: Had there been an immediate gain and an easy journey, those who stayed behind because of hypocrisy would surely have followed you, but the difficult journey was too distant for them. Yet they will swear by Allah, if only we had been able to, we would surely have gone forth with you. They destroy their own selves, for Allah knows that they are liars.
عفى الله عنك لم أذنت لهم حتى يتبين لك الذين صدقوا وتعلم الكاذبين.
Translation: May Allah give you grace. Why did you give them leave to stay behind until it became clear to you who was speaking the truth and you came to know the liars?
لا يستأذنك الذين يؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر أن يجاهدوا بأموالهم وأنفسهم والله عليم بالمتقين.
Translation: And those who believe in Allah and the last day will not seek exemption from you for not fighting with their wealth and their person, and Allah knows well who are pious.
إنما يستأذنك الذين لا يؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر وارتابت قلوبهم فهم في ريبهم يترددون.
Translation: Only those who ask for exemption who do not believe in Allah and the last day, and whose hearts are in doubt, and because of their lack of conviction, they are hesitating.
ولو أرادوا الخروج لأعدوا له عدة ولكن كره الله بعاثهم فثبطهم وقيل اقعدوا مع القاعدين.
Translation: Had they meant to go forth for war, they would have made certain preparation. But Allah was averse to their rising to fight unwillingly, and so He caused them to hold back, and it was decreed for them, stay at home with the stay-at-homes, women and children.
لو خرجوا فيكم ما زادوكم إلا خبالا ولأوضعوا خلالكم يبغونكم الفتنة وفيكم سماعون لهم والله عليم بالظالمين.
Translation: If they had gone forth among you, they would have brought no addition to you except trouble, and would have run about in your midst, seeking to stir up sedition among you. Among you were some who were prone to heed them. Allah has full knowledge of the wrongdoers.
لقد ابتغوا الفتنة من قبل وقلبوا لك الأمور حتى جاء الحق وظهر أمر الله وهم كارهون.
Translation: They sought to stir up dissension before and tried to turn things upside down to create disorder until the truth came and Allah's decree was made evident, however hateful this was to them.
ومنهم من يقول ائذن لي ولا تفتني ألا في الفتنة سقطوا وإن جهنم لمحيطة بالكافرين.
Translation: And among them there is one who says, allow me to stay back at home and don't put me on trial. Surely they have put themselves on trial already, and hell will enclose the unbelievers from all sides. Explanation: The hypocrites were inventing excuses in front of the Prophet ﷺ to avoid participation in jihad. One of these was Jad bin Qais, who is reported to have come to the Prophet ﷺ and said, I am a lover of beauty and my people know that I am very weak in regard to women. Therefore, I am afraid to go lest the beauty of Roman women tempt me into sin. Thus, do not put me into trial.
إن تصبك حسنة تسؤهم وإن تصبك مصيبة يقولوا قد أخذنا أمرنا من قبل ويتولوا وهم فرحون.
Translation: If good comes your way, they are vexed. But if calamity befalls you, they say, we had taken precautions in advance and pleased they turn away.
قل لن يصيبنا إلا ما كتب الله لنا هو مولانا وعلى الله فليتوكل المؤمنون.
Translation: Tell them, nothing can befall us except what Allah decrees. Our protector is He, and in Allah should the faithful place their trust.
قل هل تربصون بنا إلا إحدى الحسنيين ونحن نتربص بكم أن يصيبكم الله بعذاب من عنده أو بأيدينا فتربصوا إنا معكم متربصون.
Translation: Tell them, are you waiting for anything else but one of two good things for us, victory or martyrdom? Yet, what we are waiting for you is the punishment of Allah. direct or through us. So keep waiting. We are waiting with you.
قل أنفقوا طوعا أو كرها لن يتقبل منكم إنكم كنتم قوما فاسقين.
Translation. Tell them, you may spend in Allah's cause willingly or unwillingly. It will not be accepted from you, for you are disobedient people. Explanation. The above verse refers to the hypocrites who wanted to stay back but offered some monetary contributions in order to hide their hypocrisy. To this Allah retorted, saying, whatever you may contribute, it shall not be accepted.
وما منعهم أن تقبل منهم نفقاتهم إلا أنهم كفروا بالله وبرسوله ولا يأتون الصلاة إلا وهم كسالى ولا ينفقون إلا وهم كارهون.
Translation. And their spending was not stopped being accepted, except because they disbelieved in Allah and His Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they come to prayer with heavy heart, and they do not spend except grudgingly.
فلا تعجبك أموالهم ولا أولادهم إنما يريد الله ليعذبهم بها في الحياة الدنيا وتزهق أنفسهم وهم كافرون.
Translation. O believers, let neither their wealth nor their children impress you. Allah only wills thereby to punish them in the life of this world, and that their souls will depart while they are unbelievers.
ويحلفون بالله إنهم لمنكم وما هم منكم ولكنهم قوم يفرقون.
Translation. They swear by Allah they are indeed of you, though in fact they are not. They are only a frightened lot.
لو يجدون ملجأ أو مغارات أو مدخلا لولوا إليه وهم يجمحون.
Translation. If they find a place of shelter or a cave or hole to hide, they will turn to it.
ومنهم من يلمزك في الصدقات فإن أعطوا منها رضوا وإن لم يعطوا منها إذا هم يسخطون.
Translation. Among them are some who find fault with you concerning the distribution of alms. If they are given something thereof, they are pleased. But if they are not given anything, they are consumed with rage.
ولو أنهم رضوا ما آتاهم الله ورسوله وقالوا حسبنا الله سيؤتينا الله من فضله ورسوله إنا إلى الله راغبون.
Translation. They should rather have been pleased with what Allah and His Apostle ﷺ had given them and said, Allah is sufficient for us. He will give us from His munificence, as will His Apostle ﷺ. We supplicate no one but Allah.
صدق الله العلي العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم.